Hi, welcome to my views and news. Two news stories, main news stories from the Amhara region of Ethiopia, where reportedly Ethiopian military has suffered losses on a front against Fano fighters. Military is trying to take back a town which has been under Fano fighters' control for weeks. But stiff resistance is being seen here, and reportedly military is using gunship helicopters on this front. From helicopters, Fano fighters are being bombarded, but still the town situation is volatile. But we'll have a look at who is in control of this town, very important town. Along the main road which connects Oromia with Amhara region of Ethiopia. Secondly, Eritrean festivals in Europe, in North America are becoming difficult to be organized. A festival due to start tomorrow on the 19th of August in Canada. Brigade Nihamedu members heading to the city where the festival is due to be held. They have decided to stop this festival too. A few days ago, they attacked another festival in Canada, in Montreal, I think. This time, again in Canada, but another city where preparations are underway by Brigade Nihamedu members to stop the festival due to start tomorrow. Firstly, viewers, Ethiopia. Amhara region of Ethiopia. We know that Ethiopian military took back 6 main cities from Fano fighters a few days ago, almost a week ago. And military then imposed curfew in these 6 cities: Debre, Birhan, Debre, Marcos, Gondar, Bahida, Lalibela, and Shorobit. Since then, military trying to consolidate its control of these 6 cities. In these 6 cities, banking service resumed, intra-city traffic returned to normalcy, and businesses open too. But what is happening in other parts of the Amhara region, where we're seeing heavy clashes now on some fronts, where military is faced with stiff resistance. On this front, which I'm talking about, military has suffered losses reportedly. Debre Marcos was taken by military around a week ago. Debre Marcos is in East Gojam. It is the key town, the most important town in East Gojam. But advance from East Gojam towards West Gojam is turning into an uphill task. I wouldn't say a nightmare, I would say an uphill task for Ethiopian National Defense Force. For the last 2 days, military has been trying to take control of a town, advancing from Debre Marcos towards this town. But after 48 hours of fighting, still military is not inside the town. Military has suffered serious losses on this front. Name of the town is Amanuel town. Amanuel is situated to the north and west of Debre Marcos. Debre Marcos is in East Gojam. I think Amanuel is also in East Gojam. It's last East Gojam town. After Amanuel, West Gojam starts. Towns like Dambicha is in West Gojam, Finote Silam in West Gojam. These 2 towns are to the north of Amanuel. So military, as we know, was in control of Debre Marcos. From Debre Marcos, Ethiopian military then tried to move along the main road towards Amanuel. Both Debre Marcos, Amanuel, then Dambicha, Firutasalam, all these towns are situated along the main road which connects Gojam with Oromia region of Ethiopia. Military easily took Debre Marcos. You can say there was no large-scale fighting in Debre Marcos. But in Amanuel, military is faced with stiff resistance. Fano fighters, local farmers, some members of police and militia are jointly fighting Ethiopian National Defense Force. And 2 hours ago, I received an update from Amanuel that military was retreating. Military tried to break in, it could not. And then it decided to retreat towards Sasi Gabriele Church. Offensive again was from Debre Marcos side. Debre Elias is here too, to the south of Amanuel, where Fano, where military conducted an operation weeks ago, and military claimed to have killed hundreds of Fano fighters. At a monastery, the operation was conducted by the military. Fano fighters are there in Debre Elias too. So, military offensive, EN defensive was not from Debre Elias side, it was from Debre Marcos side, reportedly. Fighting in Amanuel in the outskirts. Military could not enter Amanuel, it then retreated. These minutes, when I'm recording the video, Amanuel town still under the control of Fano fighters. Military is now using gunship helicopters. From gunship helicopters, bombardment is being done on Fano positions in and around Amanuel town. So you see that military captured 6 big cities, but for each and every town after that, military is faced with stiff resistance. Military took control of Debre Tabor after days of fighting. Even now, we're not sure how strong is military in Debre Tabor. Same is happening in Gojam too. By the way, Fano fighters are stronger in West Gojam than in East Gojam, though they are there in East Gojam too, but West Gojam towns are under full control of Fano fighters like Dambicha, Finotisilam, Bore too, and other towns too. Amanuel on East Gojam, West Gojam border. Military retreated. Let's see what the military does now. Military has suffered losses in terms of casualties. Dozens of ENDF soldiers have been taken prisoner by Fano fighters reportedly on this front. Military wants to open this road towards Finotisilam, Bore, and then connect with Bahirdar. Bore also under Fano fighters control. Finotisilam too, despite drone strikes on Finotisilam, despite heavy fighting in Bore. Despite drone strikes on the Jubbe too, which is in Baso, Lebanon. So overall, we can sum up here that Ethiopian military is faced with stiff resistance on West Gojam front, where for each and every small village and town, military has to fight, and Fano fighters are not retreating like they retreated from the 6 main cities. Here they are defending, they don't want to allow the military to come deep into West Gojam. Secondly, viewers, a showdown between Eritrean opposition groups and pro-Eritrean government diaspora members is on the cards tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Tomorrow in Edmonton, Canada, a 2-day Eritrean festival is starting. Pro-government elements are organizing this festival, and all festivals being organized by pro-Eritrean government elements in Europe, in North America, are being attacked by Eritrean opposition group called Brigade Nihamedu. Eritrean government says that Brigade Nihamedu members are not Eritrean. They are non-Eritreans. They are result of asylum scam. They are Tigrayans who are working in the guise of Eritreans. We have seen several attacks on Eritrean festivals across the world by these opposition groups. Opposition group Brigade Nihamedu. In around a month, we witnessed 4 attacks. Attack on Eritrean festival in Sweden, in Germany, in Canada, in the US, and now another attack in the making on the venue in Edmonton, Canada. Brigade Nihamedu members have already arrived in Edmonton. They have obtained a permission letter from local government to protest. Wherever they go, they obtain permission from local authorities to protest. Then the protest turns violent. The protesters take on the venue where festivals are being held in Europe, in North America. We saw that in another city of Canada a few days ago, these opposition Brigade Nihamedu members attacked a festival venue. They destroyed the arrangements there. Tents were attacked too, and festival was held for one day. Then it was cancelled, I think. That's what happens tomorrow in Edmonton, Canada. Opposition groups have decided they won't allow Eritrean government-backed festivals to be held. Eritrean government is at a loss. It does not know what to do. Government cannot do anything in Europe, in America, in Canada, where already general perception is that Eritrean government is committing grave human rights abuses and that youths are fleeing the country, that there is no freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom of media in Eritrea, and that is what seems to be the case in Eritrea. That is why Eritrean government cannot raise the issue of attacks on its festivals on international level, because on its own soil it does not allow people to express themselves freely. Right to assembly is denied in Eritrea. So how can Eritrea then take these opposition groups and Western governments to any court? Or how can Eritrea criticize these Western countries and US, Canada, if on Eritrean soil no one is allowed to protest, no one is allowed to speak freely? That is why Eritrean government's case is very weak. Eritrean government keeps on issuing statements. Sometimes it summons ambassadors from other countries, but nothing is working for Eritrean government. Eritrean government is losing a key source of fundraising. Though diaspora is splitting now, because once you attack festivals, it means that the gulf between Eritrean diaspora groups widens. Now we are seeing two groups, one pro-government and the other opposition group. Opposition group is getting stronger because opposition group strategy is working. Festivals are being postponed, they are being cancelled. Tomorrow, viewers, a clip for you from Edmonton, where Brigade Nihamedu members have already arrived. This clip is from tomorrow. They arrived today and more are coming, and tomorrow you'll see an attempt by these Brigade Nihamedu members to stop the festival. For the clip, thank you for watching.